Hello, Eurovision friends. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories, for this, my video on the German entry, our entry for Eurovision 2025, which is Balla. La 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 la. This song is so catchy. Every time I hear this word or I read the word, my head kind of adds the la 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 automatically in my head. It's almost like an urge, and that's probably a very good sign for this song. It is performed by brother-sister duo Abor and Tynna. They're from Vienna. I think this might be the first time we're represented by Austrians at Eurovision. And they won the German national final, obviously, yesterday, Chefsache 2025. And as per usual, I will be looking at different elements of the song and performance, giving points from 1 to 5, and then we'll have an overall point total. I will also try to predict how Germany will do at Eurovision this year with this entry, and we'll have a quick look at your votes and comments from the community tab of my channel. Some of your comments were quite funny, so I'm looking forward to that. But now, before doing that, I wanted to quickly talk about Chefsache ESC 2025. First of all, because it's my own country, and second of all, because this was announced as this big, shiny new thing where Stefan Raab would sweep in and save us at Eurovision. And based on these announcements beforehand, this whole concept was really weird. I don't want to be German and complain about everything all the time, but you got to give me that this was a weird concept. They had the pre-qualifying rounds where artists only qualified to the semifinal based on singing ability, basically. And we didn't even hear their Eurovision song. Then we had the semi-final where 9 entries qualified to the final, and up until that point, only the jury decided. So the 9 entries in the final were decided by the jury. And then in the last week, they came up with this new rule. They said that they had this rule from the very beginning, but I think they changed it during the last week, that only 5 entries would go on to a sort of super final where the televoters would be able to decide. And the decision which 5 would go to the super final was 100% the jury. And I think they did this for one reason only, and that was to eliminate Feuerschwanz before the televoters could have their say, because they would probably have won the televote. Now, let me be frank, I think it's good that they didn't win, because I think their entry would have been an almost assured bottom 5 at Eurovision. But why do you have this whole concept to then have the jury decide 4 songs that we had to listen to as televoters, and the show was very long, and then we don't even get to give our opinion on these songs? It makes no sense to me at all. And if you want a certain song to win, it was very clear that Stefan wanted Balla to win, and it is the best song. I think it was the best choice. But if you want that, then do an internal selection. Why did we have to jump through all these hoops to then have the song that Stefan always wanted to be the entry? It's a bit strange. It's a bit undemocratic as well. Again, I'm happy with the end result, but the whole messy thing concept before that doesn't make all that much sense. It also didn't make much sense to me that every single artist of these 9 had to perform a cover song. And I think Lisa almost won the super final because she sang an amazing rendition of Creep. She's an amazing artist and performer. I hope she returns someday. But the fact that this whole idea with the cover songs almost derailed, I think, the winner that they wanted, shows you that it wasn't a good idea to include a cover song. I think a lot of people picked up the phone for Lisa because they were impressed by the cover song and not so much the Eurovision song. I might be wrong about that, but still. So very messy. I'm happy with the end result, as I said, but if they do this again next year, they really have to think about what they want to achieve, because this didn't seem democratic to me at all. So that's my opinion on that. Let's talk about the actual song that won, which is Balla. La 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 la. I always start with the lyrics. First of all, it's so cool that we finally have an entry in German again, the first one since 2007. I mean, imagine all the things that have happened since 2007. I always say on this channel that countries should send songs in their national languages, and so I'm happy that my country finally followed that advice. I think that the la 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 in the chorus might make you think, this is a song that depends mostly on the music. The lyrics aren't important because she just repeats la 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 la. But that kind of distracts from the fact that these lyrics are actually quite good. First of all, Balla is a bit of a colloquial word for shooting, and there are lots of colloquial terms in the lyrics, which makes the song seem to me fresh and young and modern, and I really like that. And then you also have lots of metaphors for crime and shooting that symbolize the end of a relationship. So let's have a look. She sings, I shoot holes into the night, stars fall and crash onto my roof. That's the part that's repeated over and over again. Shoot is balla, la 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 la. Fall is fallen, falla la la la. And crash is knallen, knalla la la la. So the la 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 is not only balla, but also these two other words, which I find interesting. She continues, it still hurts a little when I see you, but I'll never come back no matter what I say. So she's still very much in angry mode after this relationship ended. She shoots holes into the sky. And then she continues, chalk silhouettes on the sidewalk, between us a murder scene like in CSI. So this murder scene symbolism, you killed our relationship, basically. I love that. She sings trottoir for sidewalk, which I think is more of an Austrian word than a German word. And then also this reference to CSI. CSI was very popular in Germany in the early 2000s. So maybe they watched it. Maybe they were too young. I don't know. For me, it is a reference I can work with. She continues by saying, you said, baby, I'm sorry for the first time. Should have known that was the end of us. So still about the end of a relationship. And then she sings, so change perfumes and get a new outfit. Very colloquial terms there in German as well. I feel that urge. I want the apocalypse or the end of the world. So still this very angry reaction to the end of the relationship. And I think that's it. And then she sings in English, I shoot for the stars, and repeats the bala la 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 chorus. And then later on in the song, her attitude towards the end of this relationship changes because she sings, I see the star splinters on my skin. After shooting into the sky, you have star splinters on your skin. I learned what doesn't kill me, and now you would think makes me stronger. But she ends it by saying makes me stylish, and that works in German very well as well, this part of the lyrics. I love that part of the lyrics. Would you still catch a bullet for me? So again, the symbolism of crime and weapons for the end of the relationship. And then she says, because your weapon is now in my hands. So basically, I've gotten over you. The end of the relationship doesn't bother me anymore. And now I am empowered again. So I really like these lyrics. I was a bit German about this whole use of shooting and weapons and so on. And thought, oh, that's a bit strange. But I do like these lyrics, and that's why I gave 4.5 points for the lyrics. Now, when we talk about the voice, there are two performances here, the semifinal performance and the final performance. She was very off-key and not very good in the final performance vocally. This is, I think, because she was sick, some people have said, but you also notice that she taps her ear during the performance, so maybe there were some technical issues as well. And if it were both combined, it makes sense that she didn't hit all the notes, so she can improve that. I think in the semi, it sounded much, much better, so she has the ability to sing this well, and so it's quite hard to rate this at this moment. I think her voice is quite unique. There are, during the verses especially, she mumbles it a little bit, which adds to this coolness and freshness of the whole thing. And she has a very interesting tone in her voice, kind of deep, but also clear at other times. Very interesting, and makes her voice very recognizable. And so in the end, because the vocal performance in the final wasn't great, but I have seen that she can do it better, I'm giving 3 points. If she improves it, that could be increased to 4 or 5, actually, because her vocal tone is very interesting. Now, for the performance, which is how the main artist performs this song, I think she has so much potential. She has so much charisma. She really draws you in. You want to listen to her, hear what she has to say or what she has to sing. Very natural as well, very authentic. And her whole style and persona is very Berlin, very Germany, even though she's from Vienna, but I don't think the differences are that big when it comes to that. They added more dancing compared to the semifinal performance, and after the semifinal I said it was too static and they should add a few more things. They had the dancers as well, but now the dancing is a bit distracting from her and her natural charisma because the dancing also feels a little bit forced. Like she lets her hair dance during the chorus, but she does that every single time and it feels very choreographed and not natural. And I also have to say that during the last minute, she kind of lost me. Like this connection and the charisma wasn't there anymore. She was just jumping around the stage, which I think was supposed to feel natural, but it didn't. So I hope they find a way to um, let her charisma shine more in this performance. So in the end, I gave 4 points because the potential is really there. I think she can sell this song, but they have to find a way to let her engage with the audience more, I think. Then for the staging, the way it looks now, it feels a bit like an Abi party, like a school like party where they performed a song. It didn't feel very rehearsed. Again, maybe they did that on purpose and wanted it to feel natural, but it has to be better on the Eurovision stage, I think. A lot of the elements are there. The cello, I think they should show the cello way more, and you should also hear it a bit more in the mix, maybe, because that adds a bit of musicality to the whole thing, which the juries might go for. I think the outfit is cool. The lasers are good. The flirting with the camera that I said is good. Also having Baller in the background, so it really stays in people's heads, is a good idea, but it doesn't come together and it's not slick enough. They kind of have to make the impossible work and make this feel natural, but also slick, which is not easy. But I think they can now work on this till May. Stefan Raab wants to do well, so I hope they find a choreographer or someone that can help them improve the staging because the potential is definitely there. At the end, I gave 3 out of 5 because it still feels quite amateur to me at the moment. Now, for the song. This is the most authentic German song we have sent in, I don't know since when, honestly. This century, I think it is the most authentic song, and it's sung by Austrians, which is kind of funny. But this is the kind of music that people listen to, young people especially. I don't know whether they will like this song. We shall see how it does on the charts. But this is authentically German. The beat is sounds very German to me as well, and that is great. To have a song that really represents the music culture in your country is always great, I think. And the chorus, I've said it at the beginning of the video while talking about the lyrics. When you hear Balla, la 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 la, it just stays in your head. I woke up this morning with this hook in my head, and it's a real ohrwurm, as we say, earworm, that really enters your brain and makes itself at home there. It is so catchy, so memorable, very good. It is a bit repetitive, the verse, chorus. The structure is very typical, and it may get on my nerves at some point, but it hasn't yet. The beat is just infectious. It's very nonchalant, very modern, very youthful as well. So this is not usually the kind of music I listen to, but I really like this song, as you might have noticed. And so in the end, I gave 4.5 points for this song. So the song counts 3 times, the staging counts twice, and that gives us an overall rating of 3.75 points for the German entry Balla. La 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 la. Now, before I tell you how the German entry might do at Eurovision, how I think it might do at Eurovision, do subscribe to this channel. Only a third of you watching this video are. Lots more videos coming out during Eurovision season. I would love to spend it with you, so do subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my videos. Now, for the prediction. Obviously, we don't have to qualify, which is very unfair, but we are part of the Big Five and we'll be automatically in the final. However, I do think that we will perform in the semifinals again, which for this song is quite good because it will stay in people's ears and they might remember it when the final comes around, so to speak. I usually say that the Big Five should send songs that are more jury friendly because, first of all, the Big Five aren't televote powerhouses usually. Germany certainly isn't. And also because we'll have lots of televote-friendly songs qualifying from the televote-only semifinals. In this case, I am actually not sure whether this is more of a televote song because it is so catchy or a jury song. First of all, because it's Germany, and second of all, because it is quite a good composition, quite a modern composition. I think the juries should recognize that. It is quite hard to predict this also because I don't want to be disappointed yet again. I think in the televote, if they improve the staging especially, this could be lower top 10 because this is such a catchy song, and she is a very engaging performer. It will stand out as well. It's not the typical English pop song that we usually send. It's in German. That will make it stand out. The whole vibe of the song, I don't think we'll have anything like that in the final either. So if everything works out, this might be lower top 10. But if the staging stays the way it is, I think people might be a bit taken aback by it, and then we might not do as well. For the jury, she has to improve the vocals, obviously, for this to work. But I do think, as I said, that they might recognize that this is a cool modern composition. I don't think this will do incredibly well because the juries usually don't go for songs in national languages, unfortunately, with a untypical vibe. And so I'm predicting like 15th to 20th. I hope I'm wrong and it does better, but that's what I see at the moment. And that gives us an overall prediction of 10th to 17th. So kind of the placing we had last year as well. I do hope it will do better. It is kind of increasing in the odds as well, Germany is. So let's see. But I don't want to be disappointed yet again. Now, before I let you go, here are some of your votes, or yeah, your votes and some of your comments from the community tab of my channel. 26% of you gave this 5 stars, 34% gave it 4 stars, 24% 3 stars, and 16% 1 or 2 stars. And as I always say in Eurovision, you don't vote against an entry, you vote for an entry. And having 26% give this 5 stars and potentially vote for it is a very good start. And then the 24% 3 stars and 16% 1 and 2 stars don't matter all that much. So that's a very good start for the German entry. Here are some of your comments as well. Kado says, I want to like it because I've been waiting for a song in German for ages, but it does absolutely nothing for me. That can happen. Then we have Avril Fan, finally an authentic song in German, and it's also a major banger. 12 points from Croatia. This is my favorite German entry since Taken by a Stranger. Taken by a Stranger maybe is the last entry that was a bit modern that we sent. Then we have Mickey Mickey who says, I don't like it. She has some charisma, but the song does not stand out. I kind of disagree with that. Joanna says, since I'm German myself, my opinion is probably a bit biased. I forgot to say that. My opinion might also be a bit biased because this is our entry, so take it with a pinch of salt. It wasn't my favorite song at first, but it grew on me and now I really like it. I think it represents the current German music scene quite well. I agree with that. And it's great to finally have a German language entry that I also enjoy. Very much agree with that as well. The Mr. Pushy says, finally proud of my country's entry again. It's fresh, represents not only the German language, but also contemporary German music very well. With some great staging, this could do pretty well. They already showed in the final that they're willing to do more with their staging now that they're headed to Basel. I'm sure they can improve it even more. They did change a lot of things from semi to final, added some dancers as well. So they are willing to change their staging and their performance. Time G37 says, Germany somehow didn't mess it up. What is happening? That comment made me laugh. Also, never let Stefan Raab anywhere near Eurovision ever again. No comment. Fraiola Del Gato says, it's a cool song, love that it's in German, but the cello is very confusing to me. Can we even hear it? Yeah, I think they have to add it more in the mix and we have to hear it because otherwise it makes little sense that it's on that stage. Why does she smash it? Why is he on stage? It's giving Skondra Electronica vibes, except at least that guy has vocals. I forgot to mention that they smashed the cello, which also seemed a bit forced to me and not that natural. So I would rethink that, to be honest. Santos says, such a banger, Germany is finally back. And then Ellie03 Cassandra says, I know they will fix the live performance since the national selection was such a mess. The song itself is my new number 1. I love it so much and I will vote for it. Viele Grüße aus der Schweiz. Vielen Dank. Then I cannot read the name here because it's too small. Awesome choice. I need new glasses, I think. Awesome choice. So refreshing to have a song like this at Eurovision. And I think it should have a lot of appeal both to the juries and televotes. I hope you're proud of this entry. I kind of am. And then Danuta Vagoros, I can't see it. Balalalala, vielen Dank, Deutschland. Ich liebe dich, Deutsch ra. So I'm guessing she likes the entry. That was also a fun comment. Thank you for your comments and your votes from the community tab of my channel. Do subscribe if you want to participate in that. Subscribe as well if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. And then I might see you in my next one. See you then and bye bye. Tschüss.